All right, so for the next upgrade, we're going to be putting a new power bar here. Right now I've got 3 power bars in order to power the printers and their Raspberry Pis, the heat press, the printer, and everything. So I'm going to replace these multiple power bars with this new one here. So I've got a really long power bar that'll work nicely there. This one can do 20 amps. Because it's 20 amp, I'm going to have to either do a different outlet there because that wire there is 14.2 and it can't handle 20 amps. And this also has a special end on it because it's 20 amps. So I can either replace this end and then have this bar only do up to 15 amps. But that won't be enough, and I'll show you how to figure that out. So I'll leave that end on there, and I'm going to replace this whole wire here with the proper 12 or 10 gauge wire. Take out that receptacle, and then everything can be powered off that one power bar. Now, to know if this can all be powered, I know that's 1400 watts. These are about 400, and a couple hundred. So you can use a calculator online. So if I put in about my 2200 watts that everything uses at 120 volts, it's going to take about 19 amps. So it's, if everything was maxed out running like all the heaters were on and everything, this power bar at 20 amps would handle it, but those 3 together would not. So I can't actually run all this stuff at the same time right now, and that's why I'm upgrading. Now, if you want to figure out, I've got a meter here hooked up to each of the devices. I can actually see how much this draws instead of just getting specs online. So if I flip on this heat press, you see right away it jumps up and it's pulling 1400 watts. So you add all your things together, run each thing, see how much it pulls, add them all together, and then you can figure out how many watts it's going to be. So I turn that off, pull up the calculator here. So if I punched in 2200 watts with 120 volts and calculate it, you'll see it spits out, that's going to use about 18 amps. So as long as my breakers and wires and plugs are rated for that, I shouldn't have a problem. I won't trip anything. But if I use my old ones, I will be tripping. That's why I'm upgrading to this super long, higher amp power bar.